and a bit of work with their inner child, with the past life, and then they don't meditate. And I cannot say to people, go and find an enlightened master now. I cannot push them to any certain path. I don't want to manipulate them or be fanatic. Sometimes they don't know if I've been with enlightened masters or what I'm doing for myself.
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes I just don't say anything.
Yeah.
I can accept them as they are and just help them as much as I can. But when they start meditating, they really start digesting.
Yes.
And they integrate faster. And they're blossoming. And as the time passes on all this, because these old techniques and meditations and all this way for awakening, enlightenment, people start working with healing in our age, something like 30, 40 years, people start going for that, organic food, this and that. It is blossoming, and at the same time, I can say sometimes even more stuff comes up, like spiritual ego, and competition, and now with the crisis in many countries, it gets really wild, the competition.
Yeah, the financial crisis.
And you cannot see clearly the development and the awareness of people really. Sometimes you think, oh, we're going backwards again, becoming animalistic again.
It's very much about us all needing to pull together, isn't it? That there is no competition, because for each and every individual there is a master and there is a healer, and there's always someone that can point us back to ourselves, and they come in many different forms to fit each one of us.
And what I feel now that we all talk about the fifth dimension, that we are moving to another level of consciousness, it really comes much more the pressure, I can call it pressure, tension, darkness.
It's like, I think it's like a bit of a rocking the boat, isn't it? Everybody was settled, and now with things shifting so quickly,
it's a great challenge that's going on.
Yeah.
You know, it's an unexpected. At the same time, we have more help, more enlightened people. Angels coming to our help.
Yes.
That's a very important thing that's happening. It's a happening. And with the book that I'm now ready to, The Passage to the Awakening, it talks a lot about this swap. I don't want to say what is in the book. But I feel out of the pressure and what is happening to around different areas of the earth. Even planetary problems, like today we had this with water, how they call it?
Flood. A big flood.
Or radiation happened in Japan or what? Because many years ago I started channel about planetary things. I go way of the personality of clients or participants or groups, and I go to this collective thing,
the collective consciousness,
right? And this is for me really, now I want to go for it, you know, with many ways and many tools. Playing with art, be artistic, express yourself, celebrate.
It's really about embracing who you are
and coming together, like all the paths in one family. Because all the other they're Buddhist, and other they're yoga, and other they're Reiki and all that, but all these separate little spots, it gets kind of a oof, you know. And instead of recognizing and respecting the efforts and the ways, because for me it's very important to respect, and it's not about compromising, to respect all the efforts, if it's the right word, the efforts, but to embrace all kind of people trying this way or another, to eat better, to help the body, to meditate, to love, to help planet, to help children, and what is happening, and the angels talk a lot about with many different ways.
Yes, sure.
It's about love.
Yes, it is, ultimately.
Love is, and love is, and you have to totally disappear and allow love to do it.
Yeah. Love in action. It's
love in action. Let's do it. Yeah.
It's about loving who you are, what your gifts are, and about putting that into action to help others. And
So I want to bring different things in schools together. And no competition, no compromise from the other hand. I don't know why I'm saying that. Not focusing like go to my first guru or go to my second guru, or because I don't want this big attachment anymore.
Yes.
It doesn't mean I don't need to listen to my master in the evening if I have, I need to listen to my master, just tune and meditate, But I don't want to take the people anywhere else except their own inner beauty, uniqueness and charisma, and just give it back to them and then celebration comes by itself after that.
Yeah, of course.
And creativity as well. Yeah. So as now it's happening all this very painful thing on planet, that some people, they study many years and they don't have food. And they have no home, they have no electricity, and some other they have the rich and the poor.
It seems to be a big divide. It was
on planet the same thing, like India and Africa and other countries that had money and other countries didn't have. But now starts becoming really like a self, how they call it, when do you want to kill yourself?
People just want out, don't they? They're suffering so much. They just want out. They just want to commit suicide.
That was there, but it was with a veil. Let's drink a little bit beer. Let's self-destruction was always there, because we all need to find ourselves for being happy.
Yeah.
We cannot find happiness from outside.
No, and people always look for it outside. Well, not everybody, but it's quite a common theme for people to look outside of themselves in drink and drugs, even in spirituality, through other people, without realizing that actually the guru is within. Ultimately, it's within our own being. And it's about someone helping us to see that, pointing us in the right direction, pointing the finger to the moon, in actual fact. So I know what you mean.
So now we need to be hand to hand, everybody oneness, and everybody together.
Yes.
And stop that my thing,
separation.
And I am a yoga this, and I am I study psychology, so you can not do the angel psychology, or me and you enough, and we again enough. It has to be a whole reunion.
In order for us to survive, ultimately, as human beings. It's
not only about survival only, it's about love. It's about recognition. Recognize each other's beauty, respect, because once we do that, immediately the whole planet will shift.
Of course.
And it's about also taking responsibility, because once you have taken the responsibility of this beauty of yourself, and you start respecting also the other people's as well, it comes by itself. It eventually it goes to a planet that needs a tremendous love at the moment, and protection, and awareness, and understanding, and rebuilding, and creating a new ways, so it doesn't become
extinct. Ultimately,
don't want to use words.
No, of course not. I don't believe that is what will happen. I do feel very strongly that there's enough of us now working towards making things shift and helping people to really connect with the truth of who they are, and ultimately love themselves, and love themselves so they have the possibility to love others, to respect others, everything that you've just said.
And the other thing I felt now is that many people isolate themselves because of what is happening, all of the energies, because their energies really not know these energies.
No.
They're very different, and people get into different traps, I can say, and they isolate themselves, or they sit, maybe they meditate, but they sit alone in a corner, and now needs to be a bit of a movement, with inspiring and supporting, and it's time of sharing, and be back together and do it. So it costs, personally, it might cost really a lot, but I want to go for it, and I feel like going for it, and without support nobody can do that. We all need support. We all need support, but for receiving support we need to give support, and this has to be in a balance. Once this is in a balance, everything will be perfect.
Lovely.
And this is what I pray for.
Me too.
I don't want to hide the sadness that is inside me about humanity at the moment, or it's happening, the awakening, it does happening, but at the same time it's really, it drowns, everything drowns heavy, and it's much sorrow going on. For me it's always the best to be creative with it, and we don't need to punish ourselves for whatever we have done wrong decisions in a collective way as humans on planet. And it's always time to plant a plan. You can plant again a plant and grow it. And we need to find that inspiration and that support. And to focus only in the love. And be it. And do it. And cover the planet with it.
Great. So,
I'm so grateful you asked me those questions.
I think we've covered a lot, actually. Is there anything else you feel that, well, we kind of wrapped it up there? Folks.
I just want to remind this about the respect.
Everybody out there.
That we need to respect ourselves and respect everybody around. And this respect will bring such a magical wisdom for the next steps.
And to stop seeing ourselves as separate from each other, because we're not separate. We're all here as one together, and the illusion may bring, people may see things as separate, but ultimately we're not, and that's how we need to start focusing on what we create here now. We do it as one, as a group, in a supportive way, through love and trust, integrity, and for the good of humanity. And Nirava is going to be my guest speaker at Be In on Tuesday of this week, and my events are now global. We've had a lot of different speakers from different places, and really it is about creating a community of like-minded people and gifted people such as Nirava and lots of others, to bring us all together so that we can make this shift all together, and we can do it in a supportive, loving way, and make space for people to also make the changes that they need to make in their lives. So thank you very much, Nirava.
Thank you very much.
It was really beautiful to talk to you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good time.
Take care wherever you may be in the world, and Remember, the answer to every question is love. Bye.